Wow, is it Wednesday already? Welcome to another episode on the No Frills video. It's Wednesday. How you doing today? Want to talk to you about pasta hacks? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're probably thinking, what can you possibly do to pasta to make it quote end the quote a hack? Well, I call it a hack. Okay. Basically, there are a number of things I like to do. Now, many times, if you've been here long enough, you will have heard me mention that I strongly recommend that you buy the longer pasta. Why? Like, what do I mean by longer pasta? Things like spaghetti, linguine, the long fusillis, anyone that's a long pasta. Why would I do that, Jan? Very, very easy. Every single time you buy one of those packages, okay, you do not need to use the entire thing at the same time. Jan, how would you know that? You're not in my family. I know what you mean. But this is what I do. I simply break it in half. If it's a long spaghetti, I take the package, I take the spaghetti out, and I literally go to the halfway mark. I break it in half. I put the other half away. I literally get 2 sessions out of that. That's one hack. Many people don't do that, and they're really, you're doubling your money, or say this that you just gave yourself a half price discount. It's the way you look at it, right? The other thing that is a fact, and for some reason people don't realize it. Why does elbow macaroni sell out the fastest? Let's think about that. Elbow pasta is very, very versatile. All pastas are basically versatile. But let's face it, we're used to using elbow pasta in what? In salads, right? Macaroni salad. Many times you'll see the elbows come out. And of course, who could forget macaroni and cheese, right? Then some people make macaroni and cheese balls out of that. Wow, amazing. I've not had it, but it looks like very, very rich and very, very, I don't know, indulging, but it looks really good. I mean, come on, there are a lot of things you could do with the elbows, but the reason why they share better, for some reason, smaller pasta, not teensy weensy ones, I'll get into that in a minute, but the elbows seem to share better. You could get like a whole bunch of things out of it. For example, I could take just like a handful, like in the palm of my hand, and just throw it into a soup as it's just like a little bit of a little bit of a carbohydrate into my soup. If I'm making a vegetable soup, makes it more interesting, gives it a little bit of texture. You don't have to use a lot, but I find that that style of a pasta really shares very, very well. So you could do a number of things with one box. You could get let's say, a small to medium size elbow macaroni salad, and then you could do the handful of pasta thing, or do something else with it. You see where I'm going with this? Basically, what you're doing is taking something that is already affordable, very affordable, and you're stretching it to the max. People just don't realize these little hacks. Now, recently I fell in love with couscous. Okay. I used to see it all the time. I would bypass it till I actually learned it is not a grain in and of itself, but it is made from a grain in a pasta like form. It's made from semolina, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here's what I learned, that if you let it sit longer in your hot water or your soup or whatever, it really multiplies, like really multiplies. Because I've taken like just a handful of just like almost cooked of it, and it's still like quite small. I like the teensy weensy one. Let it sit in that water or broth long enough, it really multiplies. Unless it's my imagination, I don't know. But these are just little hacks, and keep these things handy in your home or apartment. For example, the dried pasta is very convenient. Use it as needed, and it lasts a really long time. It has a really good shelf life. So that's even beyond the expiration. Just just use it wisely. And those tougher times of the month, it stretches your meals too. So I'm just saying. So there are ways, and there are ways. Definitely don't bypass the joy of a hack of pasta once in a while. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe.